needs his meds. This is a legendary. Who is this guy?
To me like that after everything I've done for you? Are you kidding me? Don't ever talk to me again personally. You say anything in class without raising your hand, you go to detention for a week.
This video would not even be 10% as funny as it is without the filter. I think the filter is what makes this video so fucking funny.
Disrespect me like that? You punk ass. You really gonna do that to me? The only thing that bothers me more than
The best part about it is the video ends, he doesn't stop. It keeps going.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields. We can no longer hide from the dangers that lie beyond our shores.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Every time I see you, I think to myself, as long as Spider-Man is still around, everything will be all right.
Whoa, that's a lot of pressure.
I don't mean it that way. You just mean a lot to a lot of people.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A good place for some action.
A threat against Krakoa is a threat against all mutants. We shall not abide. Let us hope this much better. You shall not be harmed. I seem to be unprotected. Your attacks are futile. Beware, a sniper.
Careful or we're gonna get it from behind.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Beautiful, baby!
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Much better.
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I'm sure my team can handle the rest.
So much for maximum effort.
Ultron's influence over this land must be broken.
I seem to be unprotected.
I unleash
Halfway there. Keep going. Double KO.
What a curious place.
They got me good! I can use a hand! And maybe a foot!
Guide this vehicle to its destination.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
You get a web and you get a web and you...
It's clobbering time! Against the world!
You are nothing.
Maximum pulse! Here, Magneto!
Double KO. That's 3.
You cannot help me.
Killer team!
I know better than any where we must go next. Follow me.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Sounds apart.
Clever. Going for clever. I feel like myself again.
Here is our escort duty. I can use a hand. Maybe a point.
You shall not be harmed. A sniper.
That's it! Don't let anything stand in your way.
I'm trying to help.
You cannot hurt me. I tried my life in trouble.
Disappear!
Not so beautiful, baby!
This is your big chance!
I feel like myself again.
Us against the world!
It seems we have come.
Maximum pulse!
You cannot hurt me.
Forget how tough Spidey is.
You fear Magneto!
The current score is 3-2-0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
Round 2,
I
go!
am not the man I used to be. I have found a greater cause.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
We thought you were a goner after the vampires caught us by the Queensboro Bridge.
Oh, me too. You'll never guess who showed up to save the day. Morbius.
No way.
It got weirder from there. I'll tell you about it sometime.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Watch out, they're headed our way.
You are under my protection.
So cold.
That's a good shot. Careful!
We're gonna get it from behind. Wink.
Better stop that vehicle.
You really said it.
Leave them to Khonshu!
Yeah, I know. Just stop scrolling and start moving, okay? That's good.
My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist? Looks like we got ourselves a target.
Us against the world! Chaos pure!
Judge!
I'm ready to put on a show!
Executioner!
He stopped them in their tracks.
I unleash the Vashali Khonshu! By the eye of Agamotto! Without Spider-Man, New York has lost its heart. Our enemies are near. One
Like, now! Do bonus damage?
Feeling stronger already.
The team up!
Ready to go! Like, now!
Only 60 seconds left.
I can't perform under that kind of pressure.
Funny, Death will do the same thing. When you two dated.
Careful, Sanang.
Disappear!
Lost and beautiful, baby!
Down to 30 seconds. You are under my spell.
Close. Stay tough. Get back from here. Like, now.
Stop them in their tracks. The final 10 seconds. Us against the world. You are under my spell. Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
You can always count on me.
Chaos control.
Leave them to Khonshu!
Final score 3-2-0. Another epic victory! Big win! Which hero do you think you want to be today?
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world. But it does help.
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match? Pick your hero, or a villain. I'm not judging.
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world. But it does help.
Open your eyes. Reality? When science failed me, magic was there.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Alas, we can no longer hide
Your
from the
powers
dangers
of
that lie
stealth
beyond
would
our
make you an
shores.
excellent assassin. I've been told that before. But that kind of violence isn't really my style. If you came from my world, you would have little choice.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
We'll do this the same way we always do. Together.
I feel like myself again. You need not fear.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Please.
They captured the mission area!
Step aside.
Feeling stronger already.
You're not going anywhere.
The real magic happens when we work together.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway
Fate
point.
isn't sealed. Goodbye. For now. Feeling stronger already.
This is real!
This was inevitable.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Anyone willing to help? Clearly you needed some help.
Control seized!
Even small victories are worth celebrating.
Ah, that's better.
You're not going anywhere.
I am ready to put on a show!
A thousand gods!
Control lost!
I've made my share of mistakes. Now fighting every day to make amends.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I have been welcomed to this land, and it is suffering. I must do something.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Oh, I can handle the time entanglement. There have been alternate versions of me forever.
Roll up. Need some help.
Feeling
Watch
stronger
me
already.
Oh, that did the trick. Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. The mission area is yours.
You're on my radar. I was born ready. I'm cutting in.
This is real firepower!
A nice deep freeze. You're not going anywhere. You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going. Hits the ground. I am ready to put on a show.
That's better.
I won't make...
You like that?
1,000 gods!
That's better.
Control lost.
I won't make the same mistakes again.
Keep an eye on this spot.
I see.
This is real firepower!
Embrace the chaos.
Double KO.
Goodbye. For me. The end has come.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Disappear.
Watch me soar! Shields up!
1,000 gods!
Limited magic!
Goodbye.
Let the devil out!
Almost got it!
Now, a disappearing act.
to win them all.
It's luring time? Yeah.
Great. Well, good afternoon, everybody. And I want to echo some of what Carolyn said about what we're doing to combat the rampant fraud that exists in our immigration system, thanks to failed politicians and thanks to people who allowed the American taxpayer to be taken advantage of for far too long. I think it's important to understand why this matters to the American people. I am a father of 3 young kids, a lot of people in my generation. What is that going on there? Is that normal? Okay. CNN installed this broken camera just to throw me off my game. It's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So here's the simple fact here. If you're a young parent struggling to afford child
What is this sound? Oh my god.
there are programs that we have to make it easier for your kids to get
Okay,
in
it's
daycare,
over.
for your
Thank
kids to
God.
get in preschool.
You don't?
Be wary. No timeline exists where Magneto yields.
Now, who am I gonna banish from this match?
In Bloomington, Minnesota, this lady was seen keying a Tesla.
Bloomington Chief Hodges here.
Caleb Hammer's Financial Audit. Caleb started his channel a few years ago to try to help people get their
Joining us now, Border Patrol Commander-at-Large.
Pick your hero. Or villain.
Commander, it's
I'm not
really
judging.
Good to see
Be
you.
wary.
Listen
No
to you
timeline
earlier today
exists
in
where
your press
Magneto
conference. You said
yields.
something that blew me away, and I want to throw it back to you because I want to make sure I'm understanding this. You said in Minnesota there are 1,360 individuals, illegal aliens that you have immigration detainers on, and they're in jails and prisons in Minnesota right now. Presumably, these are exactly the kinds of people that you want to get out of the United States because they're criminals, they're here illegally, and Minnesota...
I will never allow Krakoa to suffer the same fate as Kenosha.
Are the leaders in Minnesota standing
Be
in your
wary.
way of going after the
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Well, Brian and Dayton, it's good to see you, and thanks for having me.
Hey, Thor,
Absolutely.
let me see the hammer.
Those leaders and that leadership.
I just want to see if it'll...
Who are you
calling a
That's one of the reasons that we're here. That's one of the reasons why the U.S. Border Patrol, ICE, and those allied law enforcement teams are here by the thousands because of these criminal, illegal aliens that are walking.
The battle
the
starts in 5,
These
4,
criminal
3,
aliens that are being held
2,
at that
1.
state and local level.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Those aliens over to us.
Stand back.
If they would work
and
with
let
us,
the
turn
white
those aliens
queen
over to us,
show you
things
how
would
it's
be a lot
done.
easier, and most importantly, the taxpayer would be a lot safer.
You're welcome. This is a nice spot.
Greg, Commander.
Someone scratch my back.
It was but a stretch.
The mission area is yours to capture now.
Your agents have to deal with it. For the life of me, I can't see like any of these elected officials, I'll call them leaders, but they're not. Any of these
illegal aliens and criminals living in their communities when they're a threat to literally children.
Mission area is
We
yours.
detailed earlier today China rape kits. Individuals that rape children that just 24 hours ago, David, were walking the streets of Minneapolis.
My good deed for the day.
How could they see artists out on the street support them? How do they support them?
I catch it early.
There's also terrorists and all
Some
kinds of
uninvited.
I'll get you next time.
Disappear!
I'll patch you up. It's definitely a non-permissive environment. We talk about that leadership. Mayor Fry that encourages his police officers to fight border patrol agents in the street. Now that was new, and I thought Pritzker was pretty bad, Johnson was bad, we know Newsom's bad, but that...
Your powers are mine! Disappear!
Keep going.
You know, we talked about the environment you're operating in, but of course you're also operating in the environment
I'll patch you up.
level from the president on down for what you're doing. Can you talk a little bit about how that changed ICE?
Your toy is out.
Set you up.
Let's get the moon haunts you. Us against the world. Things are gonna be different this time.
Success is already here. President Trump and
This is a
Secretary
nice
Noem,
spot.
we've said it a lot before, they're a dream team to work for. And that success, first of all, is reflected in the morale of those Border Patrol agents, the morale of those ICE agents,
I'll
the
patch you
morale
up.
of our federal law enforcement partners.
Armor pads
The
here.
morale is
Hey up.
extremely high because anytime we can go in and take out violent criminal, illegal aliens from the streets, that's a good thing. That's what we all signed up to do. We signed up to play the game, and we all want to play the game. We're playing that game now.
You
I
can
tell
count
what,
on me.
It's,
I got a plan.
it's maybe the first or second inning, and we've got a lot more innings to go in this game. And I tell you, we're all looking forward to it. As far as this year, 2026, you've got thousands
30
more
seconds
ICE
before you
agents,
attack.
thousands
Get
more
ready.
Border Patrol agents that are going to hit the border. They're going to hit the streets across
The
America.
worst part about white
You're going to
costumes,
see a
the
much
blood
safer
stains.
America,
Am I
a much
right?
safer homeland, a
I
much
wouldn't
safer
know.
border.
I don't
These
fight to hurt
cities
people.
that were once
I fight
out
to
of
heal them.
control with illegal aliens
when I'm done
are
here,
becoming under control. You can see it
Trust
with your own
me.
eyes. That's
Something
exciting.
tells me I
If
should
all those
start
liberals and Democrats
The battle
had done
starts
their
in
jobs
5,
and kept that
4,
border closed,
3,
then
2,
you and your
1.
agents wouldn't have to be
All
in
you
there.
need to do is capture the
You were
mission area.
doing
Got it?
the work of securing.
Once we get this timeline thing sorted out, I'm taking a long vacation somewhere with lots of stuff to steal. Someone scratch my back. You're ready for
Disappear!
This is real firepower. This is real firepower!
Capture the mission area!
Members aren't going to talk about fraud because they don't care about wage fraud abuse. They care about January 6th all of a sudden. So that's
You're
what
ready
I think
for
he was
action.
referring to. But at the end of this, I am very answer a lot of questions. You guys have voluntarily come in for our hearing that's already scheduled next month with him and Attorney General Steve Ellison. Then he will be receiving a subpoena very
You're ready for action.
because he's going to have to
Armor
answer a lot
pads
of
here.
questions to the American
Hey
people.
up.
We're talking about a significant percentage of Tim Walz's entire budget in the state of Minnesota appears to have gone
Judge, jury, executioner!
Disappear!
Georgia. He's on that what's called the House Administration Committee.
That's right. Everything is mine.
They kind of focus on House administration here, so that
You're
was
welcome.
something that happened obviously inside these walls, and he's been doing a good job. But he's struggling to get information.
Ooh, I touch a feeling.
Turns over all the information that he has.
This is real firepower!
Weren't truthful with the American people. That's it.
Did they destroy that?
Well, they could have. I mean, I don't. Anything Jamie Raskin does, you can just throw it in the trash. He has zero credibility with me, and I think with most Americans.
Well, they've almost got it.
There is a story that man
Things are gonna be different
was
this
also
time.
operating a
You're welcome.
taxpayer-funded home daycare. As
This is a
$190 million
nice spot.
in federal child care funds flowed to Maryland. Now, the
Judge, jury, executioner!
You're ready for it?
Fires in California, but I want to get your take on whether or not there's
Ooh, I touch a feeling.
with regard to what we've seen in Minnesota.
Armor crack's here! Hey,
California, and I think you're going to find it with the illegal immigrant
Don't someone scratch my back! I'll patch you up.
He captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Don't want to talk about this. I think it's political.
The moon haunts you!
Some uninvited. You're welcome. And with this particular community,
This is real firepower! I'll patch you. This is real firepower!
The area's almost yours.
Let's get down! You're ready for it? Team play! That's me! You're welcome!
But we're going to talk today about what's already happened. There have been many arrests, and I think it's just the tip of the iceberg. And hopefully, after today's committee hearing, there'll be many more arrests.
And where does that lead us? I mean, you're right. There's frustration that there's never accountability to any of this.
Another epic victory!
Exactly what you've been doing and the Trump administration is doing. Then what?
Hopefully there'll be criminal prosecution. And you know, Tim Walz is going to have to answer some questions because according to the whistleblowers, they've been warning Tim Walz and Keith Ellison, the Attorney General, both of whom I served with here in Congress, about this fraud for years, and they turned a blind eye because they needed that Somali population to win elections. And that's what it all comes down to, Maria. That's why the Democrats have had an open border policy. That's why they give blank checks to these blue states. That's why they don't have any accountability or oversight of these grant funds, because it's all about buying votes and building. They've lost the working men and women of America. They've lost the people in America with common sense. So all they have left are all these immigrants that have poured in here that they're giving full welfare benefits to and turning a blind eye to massive fraud.
Which juror do you think you want to be
to
today?
speak with Tim Walz? Are you going to ask him to testify?
You don't have to be a witch.
Be wary.
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world. But it does help.
An opportunity to come in voluntarily.
Now,
and we've done that.
who
We haven't
am I
heard
gonna
back from him.
banish from this
He knows
match?
what the rules are in Congress. He served in Congress, so we fully expect Tim Walz to be here. And if he's done nothing wrong, then he's going to have an opportunity for due process in a few weeks in front of the Oversight Committee. He can explain to the American people how their tax dollars were wasted to one particular immigrant population in America.
All right, so you've sent a request asking him to come in to speak with you, and you're waiting for a response back. If you don't hear from him, you will subpoena.
100%, absolutely. And not just Tim Walz, also the Attorney General, Keith Ellison. He may even have more liability in this than Tim Walz. We'll see, but we're getting a lot of reports. We're going over the information as quickly as possible. And one thing that helps me as chairman of the Health Services Committee, we have to have credible whistleblowers, like we did with Gary Shapley and Ziegler in the Biden influence peddling investigation. We have to have whistleblowers, and thankfully in Minnesota, we've had dozens of whistleblowers that have come forward. We're working with them. It appears everything
You'll
they're
need
saying
a
is
top-notch
checking
team
out.
to win
We
this
hope
one.
to get whistleblowers to come
No
forward in California,
timeline exists
in
where
Ohio,
Magneto
in Maine, in
yields.
Illinois, and these other states where we think this Somali fraud is taking place as we speak.
So how did this happen? They just sent money to these Somali-run daycare centers, and do you know if they understood that there were no kids there?
You sent the money to the states. And that's something I've always advocated for, because the federal government is big and bloated, as you know, Maria, and we feel like, in theory, the states should manage the money better than the federal government. But in Minnesota,
I have found a greater
states turn a blind eye, even though many federal employees, many state employees in
30
Minnesota
seconds
have been
before you
saying
attack.
for years
Get ready.
that this fraud has been taking place. So that's where the problem is with the state of Minnesota. And I'll say this, Maria, President Trump has frozen all federal funds
You shall not be
to
harmed.
Minnesota. So the president has reacted on this. We're serious about this, and hopefully we'll get some accountability today.
Oh, we're watching your investigation and certainly the hearing this morning. Congressman, thank you.
The
very
battle
much.
starts in 5,
Mr.
4,
Chairman, James
3,
Stay with us.
2,
We'll be right back.
1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
More foes to come.
You surface dwellers can't resist destroying yourselves, can you?
New data shows
Much better.
The Interior Department approved 57 shipments between Inauguration Day and January 6th of the new year. Oil prices right now are trading at around $61 a barrel, up fractionally, as you can see here.
Mutants
The price of
always
crude
rise
is at
again.
$61.88. The Energy and Interior Departments focused on cutting red tape to reshore American.
I'm not healing, by the way.
A federal
Jeff
judge
isn't healing.
The administration's determination that Biden's
Your
U.S.
attacks
clean
are
energy
futile.
grants was unlawful, accusing President Trump of targeting Democrat-led states. U.S. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum said they're going to see it. Thanks so much for being here. A lot to get to. I want to start on these permits.
My power knows no limits.
Being approved is a positive 50+% in just under a year. Watch out, they're going to go away.
Mr. Drill Baby Drill and his policy of increasing an abundant supply of energy, energy dominance.
Your attacks are futile.
Dropping inflation at home.
In these final moments, I am ready to put on a show!
This is a double win for President Trump. When you're stronger with energy we're, it lowers the cost of everything. The clothes on your back, the food on your table, the gas
I do
in your
the
car,
right
the
thing,
home that
unless
you
the-
heat. All of those are driving down your
Dangerous!
Abundant has allowed us to take the
More
actions.
powerful yet.
Iran's nuclear capability.
Again!
Maduro, all of those things possible because of President Trump's energy dominance agenda.
And what about this fight, energy versus environment that the Democrats are talking about, and this judge saying
Hurricane
that
incoming!
Make it ours.
Well, this has to do with
Enemy in front of us.
This is real firepower! There was a new security report that came out classified by the Department of War in December that indicated that there was absolutely potential national security risks once these things are completed and blades are spinning because of radar interference. That was the basis for the stoppage of the work order on those projects right now.
Help get that vehicle to its
Discussions
destination.
could continue between the Department of War and the developers of those offshore wind projects. But Judge ruled yesterday in favor of the Biden-era decision. Today there's another hearing today in federal court. There's another one on Friday. There's 5 separate cases. So we'll have to see where things fall after the individual cases get through their first phase.
I am strengthening for battle. Our enemies are near.
The U.S. as well as Japan. What do you think is the fastest way or best way to break this dependence
By the eye of Agamotto!
Easy as 1, 2, 3. On not just drill baby drill, but map baby map and mine baby mine. We've got to get ourselves back in the mining industries in this country, and that includes the various minerals and the critical minerals we need for automotive, for defense, for high tech. They're essential to everyday life today to have our capability here and have it be secure. So President Trump, again, using diplomacy around the world, building a compact of nations that can trade freely around critical minerals. That already includes Japan,
They're in front of us. Yeah, it was very smart of the president to ensure that he was allied with all of those neighbors to China as well. We spoke with Chris Wright, your colleague on the program this week. Here's what he said, the Energy Secretary. Watch.
Yes, the answer with China is just better behavior.
Mortal pain is
not player. Don't be an underminer of world order. Don't be a covert agent of agenda doesn't fly with President Trump.
good medicine.
Hopefully we'll steal those things.
This is real firepower!
Assistance! Energy crisis, federal land control, and this plan.
Leave me, darkness!
The administration
I am ready to put on a show!
Some unemployed working blockade around the line to the capture
I am strengthened for Leave me, darkness!
Only 60 seconds left.
Take down the criminal who is leading
Get that vehicle moving again!
Maduro. This is an opportunity Venezuela hasn't had for decades, which is an opportunity to be able to sell energy on the world market at global prices. And of course, the U.S. now ensuring that this guarantee, and the United States is in charge of
Leave me, darkness!
Venezuelan oil.
30 seconds.
Allow that oil, whether it's coming to
Good medicine!
the U.S. has no place in the market.
Leave me, darkness!
This is going to be great for Venezuela, great for peace in the region, and great for the building.
By the eye of Agamotto!
10 seconds! Double KO!
Locked and beautiful, baby!
You'll have to keep fighting until we have winners.
global markets even further. What is your assessment of the backdrop
And
with prices
stay
now
down.
above 61?
Well, I think it's up on the
Almost
unrest
there.
in
Don't turn
Iran. We
back
saw
now.
that when the axes are taken Venezuela.
Keep that up, Namor.
I do think that what's the
Good medicine!
is
I purge the darkness!
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
he's like hitting triple bank shots with his eyes closed on the geopolitical
So much for maximum effort.
like no one we've ever seen.
Enemy in front of us!
It's just fantastic, the opportunity
They got me good.
for
I can
American
use a hand.
prosperity,
Maybe a foot.
the possibilities of world peace.
Leave me, darkness!
But what happens in Iran doesn't matter as much anymore because with North America,
Only 60 seconds left.
the center of oil production is shifting to the Middle East back to the Western Hemisphere.
Waiting to date it.
Well, that is really exciting and certainly a national security issue here.
Leave me, darkness!
I am ready to put on a show. Don't let anything
unfinished business here. I'm opening a portal.
Greenland's prime minister is refusing
Final
to trade
transitions.
sovereignty. He said in a press conference yesterday, we're now facing a geopolitical crisis. If we have to choose between the U.S. and Denmark,
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
when the president heard that, what did that mean?
Leave me darkness. Wild creatures have risen from the realm below. Without Spider-Man, New York is lost tonight.
Your goddess is suffering.
I'm Hulk. By the eye of Agamotto!
The current score is 3-2-0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
Or as U.S. territories with U.S. citizens.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Open your eyes. Reality is but an illusion.
World leaders meet him. They like him. He's never met the premier of Greenland before. They'll be interesting to see how these talks go today. Keep that conversation going. But from a strategic standpoint, from a national security standpoint, President Trump 100% correct with what's going on with Russia in the Arctic, what China, their influence up there, China building weather stations in Greenland. These aren't weather stations. This is North American and European security. If you look at that map from the top of the world down, Greenland plays a critical role in protecting both North America and Europe from incursion.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
President Trump's absolutely right. That needs to be in control of someone who's even stronger than NATO. That's the United States of America.
Yeah, so because of where
It's
it is,
called
right?
Camartage, not exactly on any brochure.
Meanwhile, back to your portfolio and the Interior Department expanding hunting and fishing access on American public lands unless otherwise required by law or public safety. Secretary, the department also notes recreational activities
battle
support
starts in
$1.2 trillion economic
4,
output for America.
3,
So this is
2,
also
1.
about economics here.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Industry, we've spent a lot of time with them.
Why switch off Luna?
3% of employment. We're talking anything from recreational vehicles to sporting goods stores to hunting and fishing guides. It's amazing. Part of the Freedom 250 to
Leave me darkness!
We need to do some defensive.
all of these organizations that represent our
I am strengthened for battle.
This is real firepower!
Everybody in that industry, my healing factor taking up, which is a record resale last week, $220,000.
I am strengthened for battle.
32,000 $127 million.
We need defensive ulti for that guy who Talor.
If Jeff swaps, I can also swap.
Pain is no match for the Sorcerer Supreme.
It's a win-win-win all
You
the way
need to
around.
stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Leading the way on that.
Great stuff there. Secretary, good to see you this
basically makes like the tax rules put people out of the running when they want to compete with an institutional investor. It's something that President Trump just doesn't think is right. And I think that what we're likely to see is an executive.
Behold the god of thunder!
What a single-family home is, and then when that comes out, we'll be guidance to people about when they can feel free that they're, playing on a level playing field.
Is this the part where the crowd starts singing? Kevin, this 10% cap on credit card interest rates
I cast you back to the depths.
And a lot of them are very worried about this. This will use the credit card cap to wipe out the options of the card year. Those are the expectations there. If applied to all cards,
I am strengthened for battle.
And wipe out earnings for the monolines like our Cap One Financial. Your thoughts on the president putting this in place? Obviously, Congress is going to ratify this for law. Will these banks be forced to follow this?
Provide for people who are in that sort of sweet spot of not having
those are bad guys.
Leverage very much because they don't have access to credit, but they have enough income.
Mortal pain is no match for the Sorcerer Supreme.
And so our expectation is that it won't necessarily require legislation because there'll be
still a chance to stop
new
them.
Trump cards presented for folks that are voluntary.
Only 60 seconds left.
And then there's a significant move on
Firepower!
I am ready to put on a show!
This is a move that was very much supported by Secretary Butler and Bill Clinton.
30 seconds!
The Sorcerer Supreme, I'm opening a portal.
Final 10 seconds! You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Leave me, darkness!
And we've got a whole bunch of policies that
Final score, 3,
the one you
2,
didn't mention
1.
that we're also talking about, and the president will put the final plan out in Davos next week. I'll be flying over there.
Another epic victory!
well, that's interesting to take money out of your 401k. Do you worry that taking money out of the 401k is going to hurt you decide for retirement?
Well, what you have to do is come up with a way, so a simple way, we're still talking about the mechanics of it, but suppose that you put 10% down on a home and then you take 10% of the equity of the home and put it in as an asset in your 401k. Then your 401k will grow over time as the value of the house grows. You'll be healthy, have more money for retirement, and you'll have solved the liquidity constraint problem and gotten yourself a house early in life.
Wow, that's an interesting move. We'll be waiting for the president to give us more details next week. Kevin, there's a lot of things that the president has announced as a result of this affordability push. And I want to get your take on the impact. What kind of economic growth would you expect in the first half of the year? We've been talking a lot about the idea of 5% GDP. Where are you at?
Yeah, I think that right now, if we look at productivity, it's running at about 4%. And then usually capital and labor add another couple of percent to growth in a typical year. So if we really keep that 4% productivity, we're looking at one of the best years we've ever seen. And so I have a hard time seeing growth below 4%. And I think we could see some blowout year growth numbers, annual growth numbers that are things that we haven't seen before. Because, look at it this way. In the fourth quarter, we have GDP now saying that it's about 5%, a little bit more. But that's with a 1.5% penalty from the government shutdown. So if there hadn't been a shutdown, then GDP now would be telling us about 6.5%. I mean, those are numbers, Maria, that you and I have rarely seen in our lifetimes.
Wow. The analyst community on Wall Street's also talking about a windfall over taxes once we get through April 15th. Households will likely spend at least 70% of their nearly $200 billion 2026 tax windfall, according to Jake Ubina over at Piper Sandler. What kind of a tax windfall would you expect this tax season?
Right, I think that number is about right. Yeah, I think that's about the right number. I mean, the fact is that the no tax on tips, the no tax on overtime, all of that happened mid-year, and so the IRS didn't really have time to change the tax forms. And so the folks that are in that spot, and also the reduced tax on seniors, that they're going to see it in their refunds. And so our expectation is that you're going to have the biggest refund season ever, which is going to be
Reporters are Tom Homan, who joins me now. Tom, thank you for being with us here today. You and I have had some long conversations together where I've been able to, in those conversations, learn a lot from you about what ICE is doing in Minnesota. But today, I wanted to consider whether or not I lived in an information bubble or whether they live in a misinformation bubble. And I wanted to consider whether or not they have any evidence to back up the claims that you just heard on your screen. So I did collect some, Tom, and I want to run them by you and get your response. So here's what we'll start with, that they are, ICE, targeting American citizens. And the latest example that they're using is this man in Minneapolis, taken out of his home, wearing only boxers, looks like a towel wrapped around his shoulder. I think he is a Hmong immigrant to the United States, but who is in fact an American citizen. What do you say to the facts of this case, Tom Homan?
Well, let's look at the facts of that case. So, ICE was looking for 2 illegal aliens
Which hero
with
do you
criminal
think you want to be
convictions.
today?
One, sexual assault of a child. The other one, domestic violence, to include obscenity and sexual assault. So both these people shouldn't be walking the streets of this nation. So ICE did a targeted enforcement operation, pulled over a vehicle that was licensed to one of these sexual predators. The driver of the car was identified as not being one of them. But his statement to the officer was, the guy you're looking for is at the house right now. So I just left that house. So ICE went to the house where these 2 people reportedly living. And they went in there and they located this individual. This individual who matched the description, but they couldn't verify his identity because he was uncooperative. He failed to do a quick fingerprint check. He failed to do facial recognition. So ICE detained him till they found out who he was. And let's make it clear. ICE can detain a U.S. citizen if they have probable cause of this person may have committed a crime. Detainment, short detainment and questioning, all you need is reasonable suspicion. If they're going to actually arrest a person, they charge them, they need probable cause.
I was going to say, Tom, you don't even need probable cause for a detention. You only need reasonable suspicion.
Who are you calling a raccoon?
On that note, Tom, I want to go straight to this social media post from someone named Kathy Young, who said that ICE is actually, while the stats don't tell the whole story, there are videos of ICE agents aggressively questioning people based on a foreign accent, demanding ID proof of citizenship, sometimes using physical force, twisting of arm when people refuse. This is sort of the story of ICE doing something horrific. Let's take that in 2 parts, Tom. There is a CNN video out from a year ago of ICE detaining someone based upon, in the ICE agent's own words, his accent. So is that ICE targeting an American citizen based upon their accent? Is that reasonable suspicion?
What you did back on Clinton was...
No, we don't know if that's just one out of many factors. Reasonable suspicion is based on a number of factors, right? A totality of the circumstances. It just can't be an accent. It just can't be interference. But what people don't realize, before that question occurred, what did that officer observe? Where were they? What did he see before that? How long was he surveilling that person? Will the license plate come back to known criminal investigation? So there's a lot of things that lead, as you know, to reasonable suspicion. So we don't know what was in the object's mind and what the totality of circumstances are. Again, if someone thinks ICE is acting improperly, there's an avenue you can pursue to hold that officer accountable. But to knowingly ignore a lawful command and assaulting ICE officer isn't the answer. But we don't know what's in the officer's mind, but we don't know what the pattern of circumstances he had to question that.
Right. I'm not gonna make cases. It adds up to reasonable suspicion, which can, but not exclusively, include someone's accent. Tom, there has been this accusation. I can show you a clip from CNN last week about targeting American citizens. Let's listen together to Cameron Cassidy last night on CNN.
Listen, you can't say everything. Because ICE is directly targeting legal citizens of this country. They are not just targeting illegal immigrants. They are targeting natural-born U.S. citizens. That is a fact. You cannot deny that.
Hope I make the cut! Armed and dangerous!
Secondly,
arresting U.S. citizens. ICE arrests U.S. citizens every day. The trafficking, smuggling, and drug distribution, and weapons dealing. ICE enforces 400 laws and statutes. So, yeah, we arrest, U.S. citizens. Are we targeting a U.S. citizen as part of this immigration enforcement? Not unless you are protesters that crossed the line and committed impediment, interference, assault. To say we're targeting U.S. citizens for immigration enforcement, that's just a
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
If we violate the law and violate one of the full-time statutes that ICE
Against the world!
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to the YouTube page and get product interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
Follow the enemy! Armed and... This is real firepower! You're ready for Let's kick some
Only 60 seconds left. Funny. Winnie, almost there. Don't turn back now.
Hope I make the cut! Relay deployed! It ain't cheap! This course, they're really good. I'll patch you up. I've been seeing more and more videos. I could eat for
Down to 30 seconds.
just getting on the sideline. Get back up. She
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's also reporting that among the U.S. attorneys who resigned...
So much for maximum effort.
...already plan to resign. They want to go on to other things. All eyes on coordinates. The problem here is that they don't want to look into the...
Relay deployed! It ain't cheap!
...prosecutorial discretion. They may feel that that's too far to go into those findings because the wife is dead.
I'll patch you up. Ow! That fucking hurt! Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Susah Pak Den.
I'm gonna get some revenge.
None of them are saying, go out and peacefully protest, but don't interfere. That one statement, that's what a statesman is supposed to do. Instead, they rile them up because it works for them.
I'll patch you up.
Get that vehicle moving again.
The protesters.
Happy thoughts, happy thoughts.
Judge, jury, executioner! Hope I make the cut! This is real firepower! This is real firepower! That other rocket is gonna be so angry by the day. Here they come. I could deed for the day. I'll patch you up.
Because of me, you're an amateur castle. Protesting in the streets, and at the same time, yeah, they are going to stand up for their neighbors, and what we are seeing time
Go on, try it.
is
Only 60 seconds left.
unconstitutional conduct by ICE. I also pressed the mayor.
Get ready for that. Myself.
The issue of fraud, it's really interesting too, as we see more questions.
You're welcome.
Sort of whether or not he was aware of it. I think it was clearly when he's talking to
Down to 30 seconds.
Relay deployed. Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay, and a little.
In supporting candidates that will fight to protect our interests.
Get the B. Come here.
When you have your back and you don't have to worry about.
Just to be fair, the smaller was convicted after that conversation. Keith Ellison
Tap.
took a meeting in good faith.
The current score is
didn't know,
1,
and some turned
2,
out to have done bad
0.
things. I did nothing for them and took nothing from them.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
He took thousands in campaign donations.
You'll
which
need a
came in
top-notch
weeks subsequent
team to
that
win this
meeting.
one.
A meeting in
Who are you
which
calling
he
a raccoon,
sided
huh?
against his own constituents. He's the attorney for the people of Minnesota. They came in complaining that their
Open
money's
your
being
eyes.
shut off.
Reality
He said, "I'm
is
gonna
but
clean it
an
up." They,
illusion.
of course, invoked racism. That immediately got them on their side. We're Muslim migrants, and that's why they're targeting us. And in fact, the perps in that case reached a juror in their trial and told the juror, look, we'll take care of you. We're going to give you a fee of about $100,000.
Round 2.
And use that line. Say this is just because we are Muslim migrants and they're targeting us. Now, when it came to light that they were in fact running a scam and they got arrested by the feds, Ellison gave the
30
money
seconds
back.
before you
His
attack.
son had also
Get
gotten
ready.
money from them. He only gave the money back after they got arrested. But here's the thing: in that meeting, they say we have been a big supporter of Jacob Fry as well. Did Fry give the money back? I don't see anybody asking that question.
We shall see more of this to come. Pomar, thank you as always for your insight. And be sure and watch the weekly rap sheet this Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern on Fox
The battle
News.
starts in 5.
Hey, it's Will Kane.
4,
Click here.
3,
Subscribe to the Fox
2,
News channel
1.
on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.
I purge the darkness.
And to be clear, Washington, vowing to give the bottom to the fraud scheme while celebrating last year.
And it comes as the state governor Tim Walz is called to testify in front of the National
Mortal pain is no match for the Sorcerer Supreme.
Major issue in Minnesota and says he's accountable for fixing it, but it's not clear yet if he will agree to testify before Congress next month. Multiple federal agencies are involving child daycare centers in Minnesota, which prosecutors say they will cost taxpayers.
Enemy in front of us.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has frozen all federal child care payments to the state.
Me up first.
By the eyes of
the Amazing Spider-Man!
One couldn't win. They've got the numbers.
Asleep at the wheel or complicit in a massive fraud involving taxpayer dollars. Program.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
Though this committee has a track record of holding circus hearings that have nothing to do with the issue at hand. While the government has been working to ensure the president has been setting pardons to let them out.
I am the strength of your battle. Leave me, darkness.
so many people find this out. 90 some odd have been charged with the number of 80.
So 90 have been charged, 85 are Somali.
So not all, but it's not all. However, this definitely brings the broader concept of it's part of this community. So to say that we can't talk about
us against the world.
Don't mess with the amazing.
Getting the federal funding, and because of the one of the daycare centers is saying, hey, you know, we don't have the paperwork
I have
anymore.
unfinished business. I'm opening a portal.
This is real firepower.
A shortcut through space.
Shields up.
One video made by a specific individual.
I want to say one thing. I don't understand why they have to turn it around and say, why are you targeting this Somali community? That's not what they're doing. They're targeting this clearing center because of the massive fraud and abuse that has been uncovered. Again, not just part of this, some of these daycare centers, but broader throughout the entire state.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man! Us against the world!
By the eye of Agamotto!
As legitimate businesses, and so I think
need to strengthen my field.
Man's gonna have to do some explaining.
So what's the game here? You're saying that somebody broke in
I got cat.
stole all of the documentation that would be used to show that you're a fraud. I mean, I'm sorry. Color me skeptical. I don't believe it. I mean, you look at the pictures that show you how people broke in, and the sheetrock looks like it was torn open from inside the building and outside the building. The police have already said they think that nothing was stolen. I don't know how they come to that conclusion.
This is real firepower!
The rosters of the kids that are there. Checkbooks, you know, maybe when people start looking at where they're storing. Well, I just stole my checkbooks. I can't
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
And this.
If this is the reaction, we need help.
I'm coming. I'm dead. Think about this.
Well, those are some strong words by the White House press secretary, but she's absolutely right. Listen, this is not about politics. This is not about race. This is about math. And it has already been uncovered, tens of millions of dollars. I've seen some estimates saying upwards of over $1 billion.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
In this one state alone. Tim Walz, you must be very, very proud. I can't imagine how this is not going to affect.
running for re-election, so you wonder, Nicole, what is his slogan? Trust me, I'll fix it now. He's gone and established, excuse me, a program integrity director. He spent more of Minnesota's taxpayer dollars to have an outside auditing firm to come in and take a look at it. But how did it happen? And that number, by the way, the figure they're saying is upwards of $9 billion in the state of Minnesota alone.
Of a proposed $18 billion. So of $18 billion that was spent on Medicaid through these programs, which is federal and Minnesota money, upwards of half of it was fraudulent, stolen, not used at all for what it was there for. What's so funny about this this daycare that just came out and did their press releases, they're not on the video. They're supposedly not one of the ones that was being talked about this week. So I guess they're just trying to get out in front of it and say, oh, well, before they come look at our books, let's go ahead and make sure they get stolen. That's what I think. I don't know if that's true or not, but it certainly looks that way. And where there's smoke, there's fire. And that looks like a lot of smoke.
Well, Tim Walz and pretty much every other politician in that state should be thanking these whistleblowers and these journalists for bringing light to this, because this is money from not only federal dollars, but also, as you're saying, the state-funded taxpayers as well. If you are the politicians who are clamoring for having more funding for these social programs, this is great news for you because you've uncovered all this fraud. It's just like Doge. They did a great job. They uncovered fraud, waste, and abuse. That's what's happening here. You get rid of the fraud, you get rid of the waste, and therefore taxpayer dollars can actually go to help taxpayers.
And it does hurt Minnesotans because what the federal government has no choice but to freeze those funds for Minnesota to figure this out. So then good people are getting hurt, but they're getting hurt because their state leadership allowed this to happen.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilby.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.
But first, there's this. President Trump is en route to Davos right now. After Air Force One was turned back to Washington due to an electrical issue, the president doubled
Open
down on
your
his plans
eyes.
to acquire
Reality
Greenland,
is
as
but an
world leaders await
illusion.
his speech this
Now,
morning. Here's the
who
president
am I going to
yesterday.
banish from this match?
How far are you willing to go to acquire Greenland?
You'll find out.
What happens to the tariff threat to Greenland if the Supreme Court comes out and votes against you on the tariffs? And
Well, I'll have to use something else. I mean, look, you know, take a look at the word license, take a look at other things, and we have other alternatives. But what we're doing now is the best, the strongest, the fastest, the easiest, the least complicated.
Well, this story dominated the conversation yesterday. I was on stage moderating a discussion with Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent in Davos, and he told me more about the importance and the strategy behind acquiring Greenland. Watch.
How do you justify taking over a country when, in fact, Denmark and Greenland have said they are not interested?
Well, Maria, I think the president has a very strong view on Western Hemisphere security and believes that the U.S. should
Pick
not
your
outsource
hero.
our national
Or villain.
security.
I'm not judging.
He believes that Greenland is essential for the Golden Dome missile shield. The president is worried that if there were an incursion into Greenland, the U.S. would be called upon to defend Greenland. Greenland's becoming more and more attractive for the foreign conquest. I tell everyone, sit back, take a deep breath, do not retaliate. Do not retaliate. The president will be here tomorrow, and he will get his message across.
The time entanglement is a vexing problem, even for the Sorcerer Supreme.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Maintaining he will meet anything.
If you're cautious, the minions of the deep heed your king's command.
Everyone involved.
Yeah!
Joining me now,
Show
right
this
now,
guy
all
some
of that and
respect.
more.
He's
Here in
Marvel's
Davos,
first
former
official
Secretary of the United
superhero.
States,
He
Howard
beat the other
Lutnick.
fish guy by like 2 years.
I have no idea what you're blathering about, Cretan.
You've got European leaders saying
The battle
we're gonna
starts
do
in
an
5,
emergency session, we
4,
wanna talk about this.
3,
They're doing this
2,
emergency meeting on
1.
Sunday. You've got
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
How worried are you about this
Which means it's
reaction?
probably not, right?
You're about to find out.
Right? They got more excited.
Capture someone.
I've always wanted
than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Nice team, bro.
I must regain my full power first.
It's just Greenland is in our hemisphere. It's far, far away from Denmark, as we know. And I'm opening a portal.
Wild creatures risen from the realm below. Wild creatures return to the sea.
Control lost.
By the eye of Agamotto!
I can heal you. It made no sense whatsoever. I mean, they didn't send those couple dozen people to Ukraine. See? Because
Glory is all yours.
I'll patch you up.
Boom! No Just the world. Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
By the eye of Agamotto!
to work it out. But this is
The group.
important to America, and if it's important to America, it should be darn important to Europe.
Secretary, you led negotiations between the United States and Taiwan on the latest trade
Mortal
deal.
pain is no match for the Sorcerer
The deal
Supreme.
includes a $250 billion investment from Taiwan
Ready
into
to get
American
your yarn
technology,
on?
specifically semiconductors. While the U.S. will bring its reciprocal rate on Chinese goods down to 15%.
Ready to get your
Watch me
Leave me, darkness! By the eye of Agamotto! Gain the material plane.
Hope I make the cut!
Leave me, darkness!
Second term, we were producing no
Nice.
leading-edge chips. And our objective is when we leave office, we're going to have 40% market share. So we've got Taiwan, right? 2 blocks of $250 billion, right? Their companies are going to come here, TSMC.
All those
We gave credit
crises
for
I
$100
quietly
billion.
put out,
So they've got
you
another
have no
$150
idea.
billion, right? Plus Taiwan's going to put $250 billion toward their small and mid-sized companies. So we bring the whole supply chain from Taiwan here. Try to
Need
get
more
up to
mental
40%
energy.
market share.
30
And then
seconds before you
the rest,
attack.
the CHIPS,
Get ready.
The CHIPS Act, which was small, we doubled its size. We basically spent no more money and doubled its size with Micron.
I suppose they can, if the Vishanti are willing.
So we are going to invest $1 trillion in semiconductors in America. Get up to 40%
I am
market share.
not sure that would be considered essential.
Ourselves. God forbid we need to.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Which means it's probably not.
You're about to find out.
It seems crazy, right? People slept through everything.
You're welcome.
Mission area is yours.
Nobody shot! Armed and dangerous! Again!
By the eye of Agamotto!
Nice.
Of course you needed help.
Everybody got born again!
It was nice race.
The
had to
Mortal pain is no match for the Sorcerer Supreme.
Well, it makes sense, right? Once upon a time, the president always says, once upon a time there was Intel inside. Remember that? We made all the semiconductors. If the president of the United States at the time said, hey,
Nice rest, but
I will be able to strike.
Semiconductors would have never left. Instead, we slept through it. We left its
Glad to help.
globalization model.
You
where
captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
And what happened? It all left America.
Your blows will not affect me.
I'm X-Men cartoon.
Watch me
My good deeds for the day.
I'm trying to help. Glory is almost yours.
Hope I make the cut! Skill shot!
GG. You dead? GG.
Second term. It was right after the inauguration. I said to Mr. President, what do you want this economy to look like in 4 years? He said, I want the private enterprise to rule the day. How is taking a stake in Intel, MP, telling defense companies not to...
Another epic victory! Big win!
Right, so I walk in the door. The Biden administration has given GIB $10 billion to Intel to build semiconductors in America, which they were already doing. So what I call that is called shareholder Christmas, right? There's a $100 billion company. They just get $10 billion from the government, and they're not going to build any more semiconductors. So we said, look, we're going to cancel that contract, and I want the $10 billion. I don't want to give you $10 billion because that's just not going to work for us. And so we negotiated and we said, okay, you can keep the money that was already signed, sealed, and delivered, and you give us 10% of the equity in the company, right? And now we can help them because we want Intel to be successful in America. It matters to us that we build semiconductors in America. And what's happened? The stock's up 35, 40% since then, right? But remember, the $10 billion was already out the door at zero. So we're up like $30 billion in the United States. I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking care of the American taxpayer once in a while. Everything doesn't have to be a giveaway. So the concept of, isn't this free market? I think this is the definition of free market. Giving away taxpayer money, it just doesn't work for me.
Well, what kind of a shareholder is the government going to be? Are you going to be an activist shareholder? You're going to tell Intel how to spend its money? You're going to tell Intel what to do?
No, but what we do is by us being there and nodding behind them, they know that it's not going anywhere. So you can invest in Intel. You can try. So they, as Lip-Bu just said, right? He said his 18A is doing well, and his 14A is doing well. That's 1.8 nanometer. It's basically the most advanced chip ever made in America, and he's doing it successfully. And that's sort of what we want, right? What does America want? We want leading-edge chips made in America. So God forbid if we need them for whether it's F-35s or drones or robots, we're making them here so we can protect ourselves.
Which hero do you think you want to be today?
From DJI, a Chinese drone maker. I mean, we still have those drones in our arsenal.
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world, but it does help.
Robots made in China. It's our view. We're doing a study. Right?
Now,
That's called the 232.
who am I
We
gonna
analyze the
banish
market,
from
we
this
analyze the
match?
study, and then when that is done, we'll come out, we'll recommend to the president what policies and what procedures he can take, and then he'll decide how he wants to do it.
Okay. Speaking of 232, is that an alternative should the Supreme Court go against you? We're waiting on the Supreme Court decision on whether or not President Trump can use tariffs in an emergency. What are you expecting? When are we expecting to get this news from the Supreme Court? And can you come up with an alternative to actually raise that kind of hundreds of billions of dollars in tariff revenue that you've already been able to?
So I was in the courtroom for the Supreme Court argument, and we are going to win the case. Right? I listened to the case. We are going to win. It felt really good when I left. When I left, I called the president. I said, "You're going to win this case." Wow. So I was there. I listened to the whole thing. So I am pretty confident. But
there were
we have
justices that were skeptical about President Trump using it as an emergency.
I think they were skeptical to
Pick
the
your
other
hero
side, to us
or
first, and then
villain.
we went
I'm not
first.
judging.
So they were very skeptical about
eyes.
it.
Reality
But then,
is but an
and then
illusion.
all the newspapers wrote everything, and everybody wrote everything, and then they went, and they were more skeptical of the other side. So when I left, I felt good about myself, and
What's going on, guys? Today's video is very important, and I've been thinking about this for a long time. And one of my favorite things is to maybe motivate you guys to change for the better, just like I believe you all help me change for the better.
The time entanglement is a vexing problem, even for the Sorcerer Supreme.
Understanding where you are now and understanding where you've been
30 seconds before you
is one
attack.
of the easiest
Get
indicators
ready.
to know where you need to go and where you're going to go. Whether that be your salary, whether that be how much weight you're lifting,
Exactly.
whether that be what you're
I'm the
eating for
master
your
of
diet, whether that be
mystical
the
arts,
friends you
aren't I?
choose to be around. You can tell where you are going.
Sure, why not?
If you were
Please
making
let
as
me
much
meditate.
money as you were making last year,
Good to see you. The battle starts in
and that
5,
isn't enough to fuel you.
4,
If you're not
3,
content with the amount
2,
of
1.
you should be thinking
All you need to do
where
is
you
capture the
need
mission
to go,
area.
what
Got
you
it?
need to do in order to be successful in this world. It's a lot
Thanks for
easier said
everything.
than done. But being in that mindset is how you will go.
I am strengthened for battle.
Over the span of your life, you're going to have to have one quality that's going to greatly benefit you more than anything else. And that is being able to cover yourself with unfunctional
Looks
truths
like the
that
mission
you're
area is yours. Capture now.
The ability to have an open and honest conversation with yourself is so important. A lot of people like to deal with their shortcomings and their own problems like somebody else because they
This is real firepower!
well, they were awful, they were terrible, I was perfect in every circumstance.
I'm ready to fight right
That
now.
sounds like you. One, bam, you got a monkey, which is possible. Or two,
Capture the
you
mission
don't
area.
have the ability to
for the
self-reflect
Sorcerer
and tell
Supreme.
yourself where you fucked up when potentially you did. I want you to look over all of your past friendships, all of your past relationships, about all the people you've ever known. Was it every single time? It's kind of like that red flag. You talk about that girl and they say, oh, I actually the odds of that is so unlikely. And it's either one, you got ridiculously unlucky and it didn't happen. Two, you're a liar. Or three, man, you're just retarded and you don't know how to pick them.
Ready for some sweet,
By the way,
adventures.
when you, and let me tell all my boys out there, when you go into a new relationship, you need to make sure that you don't say that all of your exes were fair one. Let me tell you why that is. Because if
By the eye of Agamotto!
realize the bar is that low for how they have to act, and you'll accept them because they know you've only been treated like shit in the past, they're not even gonna have to fucking try. So make sure you keep that bar high to make sure that the person that you're dating next realizes, well, shit, I guess I better perform. Oh man, all my exes were great. See, I mean, they'd cook, they'd clean, they do this, they do that, so better get to work, get to working, buddy. Rather,
You get a weapon, you get a weapon, you get a weapon.
against the world.
This is real firepower!
Video is because a lot of my peers, I'm not going to say that the peers are,
Control lost.
but the peers who I have seen, and the peers that I have seen,
The Sorcerer
stagnate.
Supreme
Same
returns.
content, same jokes, same delivery.
All that
and the
vengeance
channels
at the
are going
moment.
down. And
Got
you're
it.
thinking, I don't know why this is happening. 4 years ago, why is it working now? whole world is growing. You thought this was good enough, and now you're stuck. Because what worked all the way back then, you're not stopping, you're not holding cover, you're not slowing. I'll give you an example. Don't people mind the problem. This person won't want it. I have in a job making $52,000. He's soon going to be taking a job making $39,000, which is low. Why is he doing that? Well, because his current job there's no way to work higher than boss. And this new job is 1/3 of the workload, maybe even lower. Everybody in the job is kind to him and respects him, and within 4 months, he'll match his previous pay, and in 2-3 years, he'll be doubling his salary. Kind of a no-brainer. Sure,
You'll have to keep fighting
it
until
might
you have a winner.
suck. It might be a little bit hard, but fighting for a presence and fighting for a future that will not be sustainable because it's a little bit more comfortable right now. Well, you're just a loser if you think it's good. And just because it might be a little bit more comfortable for a few more months, maybe a couple years, if it's not going to give you for the rest of the life, it's not I cut off like 99.9% of people. I think there's 2 people that maybe I have not cut off. And the reason for that is that I really needed to change. I really needed to grow. I really needed to get better. And
the time entanglement is a
I didn't want anybody to see how I was.
For the Sorcerer's
And 2, I didn't want to get comfortable with a lot of people who make me feel like I was okay with who I am.
Thanks for 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I felt like I was stupid. I felt like
Dr.
I was
Strange,
very...
wow.
We're in this together, Tandy Bowen. Get the stars out of your eyes and let us fight.
And I really needed to grow. And over the past
the
4
fate
or 5,
of many
6
worlds
months,
is at stake.
Yeah, it's almost been
It is a
half a year.
mighty quest.
I have done so much studying. I have done so much training. I have done so much self-reflecting.
4,
Because the
3,
world made me so
2,
angry.
1.
And I could have sat
All you
there
need
and
to
been
do is
angry
capture the
about it,
mission area.
or I could have
Got
done
it?
something about it. And I've now done something.
It's like an Avengers game.
I feel
Does that mean
like
I've made it to the big league?
I'm a lot more of my own person. And I feel very good about that. But if I chose the comfy route to be there with all of the people who offer to comfort me in a darker time, I don't believe I would have grown. And I look forward to reconnecting with all the people who have never stopped. If you ever offered to hang out, if you ever said any word of support ever, I do remember that. I do. And I look forward to reconnecting very soon. And it's no hard feelings whatsoever. I love y'all so much. And you guys know, if you're my friend, you know that we're fucking friends, right? I'll be back in a little bit more. I just had a lot of growing to do, and I do not want to go back to my role. Because there's a man who I want to be, and I really wanted to raise it in.
I am strengthened for battle.
But I didn't want to be. I had another friend. Still have another friend, but there's a period of his life where and he was always home. And I really think you're probably gonna know who you are if you're watching. I know you watch my videos. There's a person in his life I love so much. I love this guy so much. But this guy was a complete fucking idiot. And he knows who's and there was a conversation where he finally realized that he was a
by the eye of Aruto!
This is
really
But this guy was surrounded in the most future negative habits, you are fucking up your life. You are fucking up your life. Listen, I love going into Discord and talking to all these kind of people who are
Advantage gained in the material plane.
But you gotta realize that if someone's on Discord all fucking day, most likely they're fucking losing to touch them. So it's fucking please don't I spent 20% power. Anyway, you need to be very critical of the people who you surround yourself with. The people who you surround yourself with should be people where you want to raise your standards for the people that you have. They will strike, and that's aim to grow as a person, as friends. Our enemies are to like those people you want to be. Because you will be the people the most. And if you can't have that, then remove everybody and focus on yourself until you are that person you need to be, so you can go where you want to go. You have one life.
Mortal
You have
pain
one.
is no match for the source.
And you can spend it all
opening a
day
portal.
mindlessly grinding out League of Legends, or you can log off Discord, grind,
A shortcut to
get a
space.
real job.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Find someone who maybe. I'm not gonna say it. And there's probably a lot of
By the eye of Agamotto.
I don't really think anybody who's had
This is real firepower!
I don't. It's a great thing to do to pass sometimes, but I don't think it's a good thing to do to pass all of your time. And I would feel like a horrible streamer. Hey, Baldy, you haven't gone live in half a year.
The time entanglement is a vexing problem.
I would feel
even
horrible
for the Sorcerer
as a
Supreme.
content creator to not at least tell you guys the uncomfortable truths, even if it could alienate you guys from the audience. Because you may not believe
30
this, but I
seconds
do
before you attack.
genuinely
Get
want the
ready.
best for everybody who watches my videos. I really do. I genuinely fucking do.
Where you learned all those tricks.
It's called camartage. Not exactly on any brochure.
Like the vitamins you put in your body, like the liquids that you like
Peter,
friends
please.
you have around you, be more careful of who you surround yourself with. Because
battle
comfortability
starts in
is a
5,
horrible thing
4,
to have when
3,
you're not where you need
2,
to be.
1.
It's not.
All you need to do is
Because
capture the
when you
mission
get
area.
comfortable,
Got
that's
it?
when you stop trying. When you
What
get
are they
comfortable,
like?
that's when you say,
These other
"This is
worlds
good
where
enough."
I do not exist.
Majority of time it's not. So please, make sure you're on a path to success. You're on a path to bettering yourself, bettering the people around you, and going to where you get away with it. You get away
By the shades of the Seraphim, I return.
You're 70 years old. I really don't think your final thoughts are going to be like, man, that one time I got that 10 to kill in League of Legends was epic. Or, do you remember that one time I won the 50-50 and I got an anime role instead of 600? I don't really think anything too much about that.
I am strengthened for battle.
I know it might be doing a lot of people nature. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I play so many great games that I think are going to stay with me forever. Some of them I even got fucking
By the eye of Agamotto!
I played Dark Souls on hours. I look back at my World of Warcraft playtime, a game that I fucking hate now. Although I might try maybe it's good now.
Your team's captured Logger.
on one character. And it's a game that is not
deepest seas.
That's a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. Just really find it and really try to have that uncomfortable talk with yourself. To really think, am I doing this because I just don't know what else to do? Or am I doing this because I do think it's better? I don't know. I just really want to put this all out there. Maybe I hope to somebody out there. Gotta get back on the right track. So, TLDR, TLDW, video. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're on the right track. Be careful who you surround yourself with. And really grow like flaws rather than excuses. Really appreciate you guys. Let's all change for better. Good year. Try to be the best version of something we possibly can. And read a book, drink water. Bye-bye.
We've got a massive update to the story I did this morning. Shout out to the Benny Johnson Show interview with Harmeet Dillon, where they're confirming Don Lemon will face charges under the potentially the KKK Act and maybe the FACE Act. Now, I want to show you a little bit from Benny and Harmeet's conversation. I'm not one to normally pull up someone else's show with breaking news this quickly or in this way. But Benny Johnson with an absolute massive story in his interview with Harmeet Dillon, saying DOJ announced an intention to charge Don Lemon under the KKK Act. The KKK Act makes it illegal to threaten, hurt, or intimidate people to prevent them from exercising their God-given rights. Harmeet Dillon saying the Klan Act is one of the most important federal civil rights statutes. It's a law that makes it illegal to terrorize and violate the civil rights of citizens. Now, there have been many comments made recently as the story develops around Don Lemon going into this church. I do want to pull up, there might be something I can pull up and add to this. Let me see if I can find it. Commentary that's basically said.
Get in preschool. Those programs should go to American citizens, not be defrauded by Somali immigrants and others. Make it hard for you to get the access to the resources you need. But number two, making it easier for people who shouldn't even be in this country to fleece the United States and our taxpayers to begin with. We have actually activated a major interagency task force to make it possible to get to the heart of this fraud. We have Department of Agriculture resources that are focused on SNAP fraud, so that people who need food benefits can get them, but illegal aliens and other fraudsters don't. We have over 1,500 subpoenas the Department of Justice has issued to get to the heart of the fraud ring. We've done almost 100 indictments, mostly Somali immigrants, but also a few others. And of course, we're looking in with broad investigatory authority to a number of the instances of wrongdoing that we've seen in Minneapolis. But we also want to expand this. We know that the fraud isn't just happening in Minneapolis, it's also happening in states like Ohio. It's happening in states like California. And so what we're doing in order to help coordinate this remarkable interagency effort from the Trump administration, but also to make sure that we prosecute the bad guys and do it as swiftly and efficiently as possible, is we are creating a new Assistant Attorney General position who will have nationwide jurisdiction over the issue of fraud. Now, of course, that person's efforts will start and focus primarily in Minnesota, but it is going to be a nationwide effort because, unfortunately, the American people have been defrauded in a very nationwide way. I want to thank a couple of people for their cooperation, in particular Pam Bondi, our Attorney General. First of all,
I think obviously they should do this with the fraud. I mean, it's not even a question. I mean, they need to go after this as much as possible. They should probably have multiple positions, multiple departments, an entire area inside of the federal government to just look after fraud. I mean, this is the reason why they had Doge. This is why I supported Doge, is because this was going on at a mass scale. Anybody, as I said, that's around any illegal alien and low-income communities knows that fraud like this is totally widespread.
A lot of resources to Minneapolis to start to investigate and prosecute this fraud, really at an industrial scale. We've never seen fraud like this in the history of our country. Pam has been doing a great job to get the resources there to uncover it, but importantly, creating a job
How
like
did Doge work out? It didn't work out very well. That's why they need to go after it even more. I mean, like, in my opinion, I think also Doge did save a good amount of money. It definitely did. So it's not like Doge was useless, but at the same time, you're right that Doge, I think, didn't deliver the results that a lot of people were expecting it to. Now, why did that happen? It's hard to say why, but overall, you know, I would say that, yeah, for sure, I think people expected a lot more. It was restricted, yeah, it was, and I think that now there's much more of a demand for going after fraud like this.
I don't care.
This often takes months, sometimes even longer. When we realized that we needed this Associate Attorney General position, Pam got this person up and running in about a week. We're going to make the nomination hopefully in the next few days. We'll obviously let you guys know who that is when we do it. I've talked to Senate Majority Leader John Thune, who has promised me swift confirmation for this official, but this is the person who's going to make sure that we stop defrauding the American people.
Thank God.
Here's one final thing I'll say about this. I've heard a lot of people say that we need a special counsel to investigate fraud in the United States of America. I actually agree, and that's what...
Yeah, that's exactly why you had Doge. Like, that was the entire reason, is that this problem is so big.
Position does. And all the benefits, all the resources, all the authority of the special counsel have two crucial differences. Number one, it will be run out of the White House under the supervision of me and the President of the United States. And number two, it's actually constitutionally legitimate. As you guys may know, the special counsel statute has some major constitutional questions. When we get the bad guys, we want to make sure we get them permanently and they don't have some legal technicality they can get out of, which is why we set it up as an Associate Attorney General. I'll take some questions. I want to do one final observation. When I was actually walking out here, somebody sent me a photo of a CNN headline about what happened in Minneapolis.
I really gotta say, J.D. Vance has been cooking, man. Like, I mean, the demeanor, the delivery, everything about this. Like, I mean, Trump really, like, I mean, he got in RFK, and does RFK really talk a lot? No, he just goes out there and outlaws food guys, and that's it. And then he's got Marco Rubio that's running half the world now. And you got J.D. Vance. I mean, he's got Pete Hegseth that just goes fuck around and found out. Welcome to 2026. You know, like, really, I mean, he brought in some big dicks, man. Assemble! I'm glad you. Yeah, this is great.
And this is the headline. I'm just going to read it. Outrage after ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, that's one way to put it, and that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours.
I am ready to put on a show.
Very, very intentional, because this was an attack.
This is real firepower.
It's an attack on democracy. People voted to have these ICE removals. They voted for this. It won. It won. Just like one of the main things they voted for was to get rid of the fucking illegals. Like, they're attacking democracy. This is what they wanted.
By and large, as reported the story, has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day.
Oh my God. Yes, I want to hear a lot more of this, but I don't want to. The thing is that I like JD a lot. I think JD Vance is great, but at the same time, what makes me mad is that, bro, you're the vice president. Can't we do a little bit more than talk, right? Can't we do just a little bit more?
That headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. Do you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive? Somebody ramming him with an automobile? But
Not again! All things are dangerous. Shit! Let's smash this place up good.
Think about it. Really think.
Welcome. That headline leaves out. That woman was there to interfere with legitimate law enforcement in the United States of America. That headline leaves out. That woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack docs.
Doesn't this bitch have a job? Really? Like, I mean, how is it that all these fellas just have all this time to run around and cause trouble? I mean, like, don't you think they had something better to do? Like, what the fuck?
This is a nice spot.
Really? Like, damn, like, you ain't got something that was your job? Hey, you gotta figure that out.
The assault is to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals have been working tirelessly, sometimes using domestic terror techniques to try to make it impossible.
I mean, organizing and conspiring to disrupt and, you know, like, basically damage and stop federal investigations is against the law, bro. Like, why aren't you going out and arresting them? If you know they're in these group chats and you know they're doing this, why aren't they getting arrested?
Tremble before fast!
That's what's crazy.
The President of the United States to do what the American people elected him to do, which is enforce our immigration law. The President stands with ICE, I stand with ICE, we stand with all of our laws. Part of that is recognizing people in the media, not everybody, but many people in this room have been lying about this attack. She was trying to ram this guy with his car. He shot back, he defended himself. He's already been seriously wounded in law enforcement operations before, and everybody who's keeping the law.
Yeah, this is the guy right here. Take a look at this. This is the same guy. The ICE agent involved in yesterday's Minneapolis shooting was previously dragged over 300 feet by this illegal alien child rapist.
Much better.
Mama, being harbored by Minnesota's fraud governor Tim Walz under his unlawful sanctuary state laws. What the fuck is going on?
Heal me, please.
Agents were according to a federal complaint, agents were executing a warrant for 49-year-old Roberto Carlos Munoz. They say Munoz entered the country and haunts you. Sexual conduct back in 2020.
Oh, wow. Well, we gotta keep him, right?
Tuesday morning,
I am ready to put on a show.
Say he repeatedly refused to comply.
I would have never guessed.
He loaded a window punch with his right hand and broke the driver's in the vehicle. In this video, you can see the driver take off. The agent aiming from the car, dragging him 300 feet.
That's kind of fucking impressive, honestly. It is. That's like out of a movie.
Relax, keep fighting until we have a winner.
A bloody agent.
Holy shit. This is the same guy.
Political battle with a top Homeland Security official.
I'm opening. Tremble before fast!
Instead of comparing ICE law enforcement,
The current score is
Walz should be thinking for brave law enforcement.
It's
The
insane.
Department of Justice says a
Time
request
to
for
switch
Munoz to
things
be
up,
held after that
including which side
2022
you're
arrest
on.
was, quote, not honored by local
You'll need a
authorities.
top-notch
and
team
Munoz
to win
was
this one.
released.
You don't have to
There
be
you go.
rich to
So
find
this
the
is the
magic
guy.
in this world.
This is the guy
But it does
yesterday
help.
that shot that woman.
So this is some innocent woman who was out for a drive in Minneapolis.
Boy, you call
when a
it a
law enforcement
raccoon,
officer
huh?
shot at her, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
Yep.
Every single one of you. Questions?
Questions.
When things looked bleak, it was Minnesota's first that held the line for the nation on July 3rd, 1863. And I think we
1863? They want JD Vance to comment on Tim Walz weaponizing the Civil War.
maybe in that moment now. Can you comment on his rhetoric and Mayor Jacob?
Exactly. It's so ridiculous.
Well, it's very tough rhetoric from a guy who just quit because his fraudulent activities have been uncovered. Look, Tim.
There were indeed witches and
All right.
wizards among my
Yeah,
ancestors,
true.
Stephen.
Walz is a Jew. His entire administration
Oh my.
his fraudulent activities have been uncovered. Look, Tim Walz is a Jew. His entire...
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3,
Man.
2, 1.
Yep.
You have to stop
There
them
it
from
is.
securing the mission area.
I love to see it.
Extra lethal.
This isn't my first
entire administration has been a joke. The idea that he's some sort of freedom fighter, he's not. He's a guy who has made fraud and maybe in fact has participated in fraud. That's what the administration is trying to
They gotta figure
I don't
this
care
out.
what Tim Walz says. I care about getting to the bottom of the law for the American people, and I care about enforcing the nation's immigration laws. That's what we're going to stay focused on.
Man, I gotta make another beacon.
Americans, before the ICE get that out,
Uh-huh.
Minnesota is going to stoke the fire against IC.
It will.
What the administration are going to do to make sure but also,
What I think what they should do is they should go in. They should bring in, nationalize the National Guard of Minnesota, invoke the Insurrection Act, arrest fucking the Jacob Bray and Tim Walz, put them in jail, and then just put the entire fucking place on martial law, and then get rid of every single fucking illegal in there. That's what they should do. And focus on Minnesota. Because there's other states that are bad, but just put all of your force on just Minnesota and just crush them absolutely. Because it's very clear that if you do that and it works, then all the other states are going to be like, oh. All right, okay, never mind. Maybe let's be a little bit more reasonable. Yeah, they'll fall in line, exactly. But you have to go after one of them. This is real firepower! You set an example. And that's why they'll never happen. I don't think it'll happen either. I don't. But that's what I think they should do. You could bring it in. You could bring it outside military. Yeah, I think they should bring in the military. Do everything that you possibly can as an absolute show of force to let them know, no, you're not going to be able to resist this. You're not going to be able to protest this. This is going to happen to you whether you like it or not.
Amazing.
But first of all,
I am ready to put on a show!
Yeah, she did it. Radicalized. Engaging in wide-scale violations.
Kidnapping, yeah.
What our ISIS is doing is deporting the millions of criminal aliens that were let in during the Biden administration. The number one, we have to say, as a matter of leadership, and I would appreciate if the Democrats would join me on this, let's be honest about the fact that we have way too many illegal aliens in this country. Our ICE officers should be supported in doing their job. You're trying to actually marshal the far-left lunatic fringe to engage in doxing, to try to make it impossible for them to enforce the law, and in some cases actually to engage in acts of domestic terrorism against our law enforcement officers. When you talk about different plans, different protocols, different policies, I forget exactly how you asked the question. Here's the simple fact. What we're going to do is make it easier for the American people to enforce the American law. And that means Democrats have to stop rallying the mob against legitimate law enforcement operations.
He's got to go after the ralliers. That's the problem, is he has to go after the ralliers. Because if you don't go after the ralliers, then it's just going to keep happening. Because they're going to rally somebody else. They're going to get somebody else. You have to cut it off at the source. Until you do that, this is just going to keep happening.
That means that we are going to get tougher, and that's what this AAG position is about. We're going to get tougher at the people who are defrauding the United States by inciting violence against our law enforcement officers. That's one of the things that we're going to do. We've already started that work at the Department of Justice. We're going to keep on doing it, and this new
with the amazing Spider-Man!
He's part of a broader...
Yeah.
I am ready to put on a show!
Well, one of the things we're going to have to figure out, here's the way that I put it. When somebody throws a brick at an item,
Born again!
It pays for the brick. And who told the protesters to show up and engage in violent activity? You see just with this terrible incident in Minneapolis, you see friends of this woman or other people who are eyewitnesses saying basically that she was there to engage in obstruction of a legitimate law enforcement.
Of course she was.
Obviously. How did you learn about it?
Duh.
There's an entire network that frankly some of the media are participating in it that is trying to incite violence against our law enforcement officers.
It's not ridiculous. It's illegal, and they should get arrested. Why not just arrest them?
And part of our investigatory work is getting to the bottom of it. Who's funding it, who's supporting it, who's cheerleading it, and of course if there's illegal activity related to that, we're going to get to the bottom of that and prosecute where we can.
Only 60 seconds left.
About very specific facts of these events. When an investigation is just beginning.
Shut up, Karen. Shut the fuck up. Don't drive your car at a federal officer. Case closed. What are you, fucking retarded? Shut up. Like, it's just so delusional and stupid. It's almost funny.
You preempted a thorough investigation by drawing such conclusions, and have you received any information beyond the videos we've seen publicly about this individual, her specific acts, that has informed your point of view?
Well, first of all, the Department of Justice is going to investigate this. The Department of Homeland Security is already investigating this. But the simple fact is, what you see is what you get in this case. You have a woman who is trying to obstruct a legitimate law enforcement operation. Nobody debates that. You have a woman who aimed her car at a law enforcement officer and pressed on the accelerator. Nobody debates that.
You'll
I
need
can
a
believe that her
top-notch
death
team
is a
to win
tragedy,
this one.
while also recognizing that it's a tragedy of her own making. And
All this guy needs to do is actually just go after these people, and I would vote for him. That's all he needs to do. That's all I want to hear. Because like, I'm so glad, like, because I don't want to have like this emotional talking around it, everything else. Oh wow, it's so horrible this happened. She shouldn't have been there. She put herself there. Shouldn't have done it.
the tragedy of the
She was talking shit to him. She was degrading him, calling him a loser. But now, whenever they face accountability, now they're the victim. Nope. Oh no! Let me see if I can show you guys this. This was so fucking stupid. This guy got kicked out of a $40,000 Marvel Rivals tournament for telling his teammate to switch off of Black Widow. Yes, I know. We're gonna get to it. I know it's taken me some time, but we're back at it. All right, here we go. Let's look at it.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, guys.
It's not working.
Pace and points proven right now. Do you understand?
Well, you didn't make it.
Yes, it is. How are you not getting a private right now?
I am at your service.
Okay, bro.
You're doing UCs, not even on Tuesday.
So toxic. So rude. What a nasty bitch. Yep, 0-5. Yep, there it is. Oh, is that Black Widow? I guess that's a skin. I'm not really familiar with it. Yeah, I guess it is. So 0-5. Wow. And then she's telling this guy who's 18-2 to shut the fuck up. That's better. That's sad.
No.
Not even one assist.
I'll tell you because I want to be 16.
Yes, Zaza is 0-5, but they won the point. Why? Because they were hard, like,
You won the point.
people are dying here. Four of their util, 4 of their resources are all spent on Zaza.
So you just wave those jacket
And the
hands of
support.
yours around.
And we win because they don't care about anything else.
You win because he's carrying you. That's the reason why you win.
That's not why it's
Yep. Yeah, she makes a good point. No, only like very clearly she's not. I mean, absolutely not. Yes, and then so here we go. And then this is the girl. King's been telling them that they need to triple support since everyone else will be running. Okay, here we go.
This is the point. Of course they're gonna do that. It's a $40,000 tournament.
They're not gonna run triple support. There's no way they'll do that.
Talk some sense into these guys. If they don't want to run triple support.
Never
Wow. Man, it's so fucking toxic, isn't it? And so anyway, so this girl gets him basically gets him kicked out of the tournament for telling the teammate to switch off with Black Widow. So, context, the clip is from one of the scramblers of the Deadpool creator content creator stuff. Streamer Kingsman, Magic player, was kicked from his team in the Marvel Rivals tournament for adding Zazastek, Diamond Black Widow, One Trick Pony, that's OTP, playing with 2,000 ping. By the way, Black Widow is like a sniper. Can you play a sniper with 2,000 ping? Nope. To switch to another character for better team composition. Kingsman kept trying to tell them that they would get rolled in the tournament because everyone would be going triple support, and that Black Widow would be getting dived and killed. Dived means just like they all jump on you and they just leave, right? And yes, these girls kept roasting Kingsman because he was very insistent on a team comp not involving Black Widow. He even offered to play Mantis support for the Widow, but they declined it. Cece, the team captain, and this is the girl we're gonna see a lot more of her in just a few minutes, complained to the host of the tournament. Also, the Widow's boyfriend made a Google Doc on Kingsman being toxic and posted it to Twitter, which ultimately led to him being kicked out of the tournament. So basically, you had this toxic girl and her simp boyfriend that decided to destroy this guy's reputation because he called this guy's girlfriend out for being dog shit in the game and he himself did. This is $20,000, sorry, $40,000 for a tournament. This is a lot of money. So the tournament was yesterday and they got rolled. What Kingsman predicted happened. Every team played triple support and the Widow had 0 impact. They ended up being last place in the tournament with a score of 1 win and 8 losses. Kingsman made a YouTube video for more details. CC made a YouTube video in response to Kingsman. Oh, here we go again. This is a 1-hour video. I'm not going to watch that. Widow's boyfriend made an apology to Kingsman, and then CC also made an apology for it as well. The truth behind the $40,000 tournament. So,
I made this video in response to Kingsman's video and also to all the cutters questions and how to do this.
We're not going to watch this the whole time. I don't want to listen to this for 15 minutes.
He doesn't know that as well as I included a clip that Kingsman left out in the conversation with Kingsman. Because Kingsman thought it was a hair tweet or something, but then he took the words right out of it. I could not have phrased better, and you could take it from other side of the script, like you might be able to digest it a little better.
Okay, let's hear it.
I want to start off by saying that I did not get kicked from the tournament. I was banned on Twitch for violating TOS, saying something toxic to my friend in chat. I've said it before, but this time it was around a bunch of haters, so maybe that's not recorded, but it's just a turn for hours. The issue is I can't play in the tournament while it's banned, because if I get streamed...
I don't give a fuck.
But it has nothing to do with Bosman. The problem wasn't what he said. He didn't get kicked because he wanted his team to swap off Widow. It was because of the way he said the Tony.
What a nasty fucking... No! This is the kind of stuff she's saying about him. Let me see if I can find it.
By the eye of Agamotto!
Raising Kingsman for what now? Y'all gonna lose. Kicked out in that Nice job spreading negativity. Got your best player kicked from the team. Goodbye 40K. Hello, good vibes. And then she said 3K, and we've got better players and vibes now. I'm pretty sure he spent 20 years of his life inside playing video games, which is why he lacks social skills. Social skills are whenever you disagree with her. That's right. That yo Kingsman cocksucker screenshot this. Y'all think I ain't see Jesus Christ. Stop trying to talk like it's so fucking cringe. Oh my god. Just stop it. You guys think I don't see a toxicity in the Kingsman Discord? W not spreading hate from the mods to the Kingsman community. Oh, here's another one. Let's see if there are any more of these. No, this is just more bullshit. And in the community, no, she's continued to bully Kingsman and speak ill of him across social media. CC has a history of attacking other players and talking trash. And so we even have more of this here. Let's take a look at this. So yeah, and what's this here? Such a sad attempt at damage control. And so she went out and she made an apology for this after getting this guy kicked off the team. So this is, I'm sorry I failed to realize, take proper accountability here as well. Many of you saw the replies, they were defensive, deflecting, and argumentative. Yeah, they sure were. Now she put it on, basically nobody else can respond to this, but that doesn't stop the quote retweets. It doesn't. So here we go. And so this is her again.
Everyone thinks this guy's like a bug.
She called him a loser.
That's such a good point. You're so right about that, and we're still gonna say that.
I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
Isn't it crazy that you have these girls that are successful streamers that are probably getting money and donations and stuff that are laughing at, joking about, and, you know, basically making fun of this guy for needing money for college. Meanwhile, they're sitting there playing Marvel Rivals for a job. Isn't that insane?
By the eye of Agamotto.
Oh my god.
Don't mess with the amazing
Spider-Man! And then they're also bragging about basically sandbagging this tournament and causing this guy to even have a chance to win money to pay for money.
By the shades of the Seraphim, I
Look at how totally indulgent and nasty this is.
Hey, Widow, I need this for my college.
She's making fun of him for needing money for college. That's really sad. Wow.
I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
Man. So that's what they do. And so anyway, this is it. Now, I don't know who this person is. Most people don't. I don't really care. But I do have a feeling that, you know, she's probably in a better spot financially than he is. And so she's laughing and joking about this while she's sandbagging his chance to be able to pay for college. Such a sad attempt at damage control. I doubt this is how you really feel. Y'all just horrible people, absolutely. Yeah, and does you think we didn't see a shitty-ass apology? And this isn't a Discord chat. And yes, I told my friend in Twitch chat to kill, to KYS. Oh, to kill yourself. I've been banned and freed. Your favorite streamer probably says worse behind closed doors. Yeah, probably true. I misspoke in the Greenlight clip in the same stream. The clip was cut. I clarified Bassam did not ask for approval. He was going to kick him regardless. Wow, so this guy was a simp for free. Good for him. And let's see here. Community note for this. Bassam, you're a fucking moron for letting a little girl ruin your reputation like this. So this is the guy here who's running the tournament. And he said, congratulations to the winners, obviously. And you've got a bunch of people. Hope they never sponsor you again. I mean, the fact that he sided with people that were laughing and joking and goofing around and making light of this guy trying to pay for his college is totally fucking toxic and pathetic. You removed Kingsman for the slightest chance that women might look in your direction. Pathetic. And yeah, W host address me.
Universe, no matter the cost.
Yep, there we go. Why did you remove Kingsman when he was right and the team told him to shut the fuck up? Exactly. She has proof about sandbagging? Yes, she does. And so this is what these people do. They're so hostile, so toxic, so rude. They're just nasty as fuck, aren't they? They really are. After reviewing all the evidence and VODs for all parties, that was a horrible decision on your part and shows clear bias. You swore on professionalism, but didn't penalize the team's captain whenever they were being unprofessional themselves. And congratulations for being the worst Marvel Rivals host to ever do it. Honestly, Kingsman was right. Super fucked up situation that he got removed. Justice for Kingsman. By the way, this is a gaming community W. I think that so many people are so sick of these nasty, toxic people in gaming that are sandbagging this guy and then making fun of him for not being able to pay for college. To provide clarity on the discourse surrounding my team for this tournament, I was not the team captain. I was invited as a player to be drafted. I had no choice in what to say, who was kicked. Woke up in a massive amount of unwarranted, sexist, hateful comments. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Yeah, you are who you surround yourself with. Yes, definitely. I'm the victim. Of course, as always. What does sandbagging mean? It means intentionally putting in zero effort to a tournament and to an event in order to not try to win the tournament. Basically not giving a shit about the outcome and then doing so in a way that negatively affects other people. So yeah, it's that simple. Throwing a game. Yeah, basically running it down mid, throwing the game, whatever you want to say. But let's see if there's any more of these to look at too, because weird how women manage to ruin everything competitive in the Steam game. I think this does have to do with the fact that they're women, and I'll explain why. It's because they're being hostile and aggressive, and the moment that somebody responds that way, they claim that it's misogyny. You're using your identity as both a sword and a shield. You're attacking people, and you're being passive-aggressive and hostile and nasty, while at the same time, when people push back against you, now people are being misogynistic. No, this isn't misogyny. This is accountability. And maybe this is the first time in your life you've ever had it, but with a person like this, I think it probably won't be the last. It's so fucking obnoxious. I hate these people. They have to swallow their own poison when a trans woman wants. I don't know about trans. It's nothing to do with trans. But like anyway, so this is more of this, right? And so I'll go ahead, and then this is her blaming him. Here we go.
Yeah, I know. Stop scrolling and start moving, okay?
What happened when you picked the game?
You are a nasty toxic bitch. Because you wanted to do whatever you wanted to do.
Bored again!
The mind of a child.
We are undefeatable!
So like Boston told me Brian was just like he was a lot of people like him, like and stuff. They're showing him clips of him like saying disrespectful things about the tournament, like us as a team, and like saying we're gonna lose and all that stuff.
That's disrespectful, but he was right.
And like Boston was just not having it, and so he asked me, and I was just like, it's kind of just like, if you think so. But apparently he was like muting, like while we were recording, he was like, oh yeah, we're gonna lose, and these guys, my team sucks, and then he was talking about like of some other tournament he's in, it was like way better.
And you saw how she was totally aggressive and really hostile. She was talking shit to him. She was degrading him, calling him a loser. The other girl was making fun of him for needing money for college. But now, whenever they face accountability, now they're the victim.
Thought I got too quiet.
Nope. Oh no. Oh no, you're not.
And I think Boston was just not taking the disrespect, and low-key, like, I didn't want that disrespect either. Like, I didn't want someone on the team.
The disrespect, which is somebody asking you to play the game and try to win.
I was just constantly gonna like shit talk us too.
So like a sandbag sitting there doing nothing? Yeah, imagine like you go into a match and you die 5 times and you get 0 kills. That's a sandbag.
So I was just like, yeah, I'm fine with that. But
mad disrespectful. Meanwhile, they're making fun of me running the paper college. That's so disgraceful. It really is. How disgusting. Sometimes they talk shit behind your back. Yes. There it is. 20 years of his life inside, the innocent victim complex is crazy. This is why I love calling people like this out. I do. I love calling people out like this, and I think they deserve it. People like this deserve way more criticism than they're getting. And I understand this girl's getting a lot of criticism right now. It should be even more. It should be. Because what this person did is totally selfish, it's abusive, it's obnoxious, it's mean. And there's no reason for it. Why should you behave this way? There's no reason you should. It's toxic. Yeah, these people are just so fucking toxic. You should see her replies to comments on a YouTube video. It's crazy. She would straight up lie in the comments and people are posting timestamps. Wait, what? Women almost dies after learning what accountability is. You know it's bad when the comments have a better like ratio than your video. What is this? Notice how the video called The Truth Behind the 40K Tournament has no facts or truth that would help you. It's just you saying, yeah, I mean he did that, but he didn't want us to throw, so he's the bad guy. Yep, there we go. Saying you're going to lose because your team refuses to swap off Widow is a very valid thing to say in a 40K tournament. It absolutely is. I mean, it's ridiculous. I would say that if it was for free. I don't want to sit there and lose a fucking game. Why would I want to lose a game? Holy shit, 0-5-0. There you go. Oh my god, saying you're going to lose isn't disrespectful. He made the assessment, shared his opinion and the team's and hopes, and he gets rooted for it. He does. The team loses. Oh my god. $40,000 were on the line, and one of my teammates is playing the worst character with high ping. Yeah, I would have been worse than him. Absolutely. If I had a teammate one-tricking with 150 ping, 0 kills, 0 assists, and most importantly, 0 impact on the win condition, I would be saying in slash all GG asking for that person to swap. And these streamers are just so intensely stupid. I don't think that they're stupid. I think they're insulated from consequences. They're professional victims, and they think they can do anything they want and get away with it. And that includes demonizing, bullying, and basically hurting other people whenever anybody else dares to say no. That's it. It's malicious. Yeah, absolutely malicious. She was sorry, TikTok comments before she disabled them, doubling down and giving his video blew up 5x more. That is suddenly in its apologies and panic attacks. Oh, she's having a panic attack? Oh my fucking god. Is this more I'm a victim, please feel sorry for me? Get the fuck out of here. Let me see if I can read any more of this. Is there anything else that's worth saying? Yeah. Oh, here we go. And so this is the comment from today. And I'm not going to read all this bullshit. We'll read the second part of it, though. I'm going off. I'm sorry, I was going off on the video and forgot to explicitly call this out. Earlier today, I woke up to 1,000 notifications from the day before, and people had joined my server from Kingsman's. I was having a panic attack. I just started experiencing them. Really? You had a panic attack? I wonder if he ever has a panic attack trying to afford college. Don't ever listen to these people try to beg, like, oh, feel sorry for me. I don't give a fuck. Who cares about your panic attack, bitch? You went out there and you put somebody else in a bad position, and now you want people to feel sorry for you because you're pretending, or maybe you do actually have a panic attack. Who cares you have a panic attack? People have panic attacks all the time.
You'll need a
So does that
top-notch
mean that
team
now
to win
suddenly
this
you're
one.
absolved of accountability? How pathetic. That doesn't work. Maybe that works with other losers like you, but it certainly doesn't work with me. And I was angry and ended up lashing out at him instead of his community. Oh, it's his community that's the problem. No, the problem is you. I deeply regret it, and I apologize for flinging another insult out. This shows terrible character, and I'll be working on watching the words I say and getting help with my panic attacks. You should get help instead of from your panic attacks. You should get help with your personality. You're nasty, rude, and in my opinion, I even think that her friend, whatever this, I don't even know who this is, right? This girl right here, this one's even worse.
Born to change humanity.
Like, this girl is like obnoxious and annoying, but this one is like 1,000 times worse. Like, there's
30
nothing that's
seconds
more
before you attack.
embarrassing and
Get
pathetic
ready.
than to make fun of a guy trying to pay for college. As a fucking e-girl, too. You're sitting there being an e-girl, and you're making fun of a man trying to go to college? This is pathetic.
I'm gonna play Widow. I need this for my college. I need this for my college. I have about 6 or 7 more years.
4, 3,
Mentally 5.
2,
I guess actually that might be an overstatement. The fake true voices, yeah, it's so pathetic, man. And look at the shitty e-girl makeup. Yeah, it's so fucking obnoxious. So they totally made fun of this guy. They got him kicked out of the tournament. And I am glad to see a lot more people talking about this and calling this out. I hate people that are like this. I think they're awful. They're so toxic to the gaming community. And there's a lot of these people. This is one thing that people do, is that there are girls that go into online gaming spaces and they intentionally don't do what other people say. They fucking throw on the teams. They're obnoxious. They're hostile. They cry about everything. And then as soon as anybody pushes back against them, they're the victim. No, you're not. Everybody else is the victim for having to deal with you. That's probably the reason why you're on the internet in the first place. I'll see if there's any more of these that are worth looking at. I did see this. It very much annoyed me. I didn't like it at all. Humiliation, it's power play. Ask for 100% of the sub. Well, I don't know about that. This isn't about fucking. I don't think it's any fucking power play really, other than that. And yeah, but my panic attacks trigger whenever somebody says something I don't agree with. Yeah, whenever somebody says I might lose a game, that's it. And if you didn't know this, you're a fucking moron. Yeah, what a fucking idiot. Guys, there's 40K on the line, and I could really use this money for college. Can we lock in? And at least have some self-respect and lead the team, right? Have somebody else come in and do that. Throw him 3K for college W. I don't even know what happened, if he had money or anything like that. I don't know if they won or actually no, I know they didn't win. What's this here? On top of the fact that this reeks of I'm not actually at fault and I don't need to give an apology. This is just a scapegoat to say that I apologize. You don't get to say all these statements after you post and then drop that excuse for accountability. Absolutely. This is a Discord. We saw your apology. It's possible to take your apology serious and your response is still on YouTube. Are you sure those are your real feelings? Because TikTok shows otherwise. Yep, there it is. They're only apologizing so they can get the hate off of them, which is exactly why I'm talking about it. It's because I don't think that should happen. These people are very openly hostile. They hurt other people. They're negative. They're toxic. And I think that there should be accountability for it, and everybody should know that this is what's happening. This isn't a genuine apology. Right back to insulting and talking behind his back. Just accept the fact that y'all are terrible people. Congrats, you made the majority of Marvel Rivals community hate you. Good. Good. That's what you get. That's what you get. We are in this together. I love seeing this. I do. I really do. When privilege meets gamers, LOL, I love it. Glad you covered this. I hope it's more karma for being a bitch. I know, man. And this is so fucking embarrassing. And yeah. Wow. Let me read you more ways that are worth looking at. And the only reason why you posted this is because he uploaded the video proving how you and your group acted like fucking retards. Absolutely. Apology my ass. This video is still up. And this is her.
But in fact, we continued it for over an hour after being asked multiple times to stop. It was making the team uncomfortable, we were answering noise, we were distracted, and team morale was just decreasing, and it just was not enough. And we weren't the only people uncomfortable, our own communities were raising concerns, and his chat also told him to chill out.
All your little fans.
So this wasn't just a snowflake scenario. I think this is what Kingsman is most upset with me about, is the green light.
The
but
green
I don't
light?
think he realizes how
I think he's upset the fact that you threw the game and you got him kicked out of the tournament. Like, I don't know, that's what I would say you're upset about. Or he's upset about. I feel like that's definitely the reason why.
Actually had a decision. Kingsman from the tournament, no matter what I said.
I'm doing my
Rocky sent me a Discord message saying, hey, this is a urgent call available. And I said, okay. So I muted everything on stream, picked up the phone, and this is what Boston said to me. I've been getting a lot of messages and clips about Kingsman's disrespectful behavior. He was saying disrespectful things about you guys all muted, saying disrespectful things about the tournament. I'm just gonna have that, so I'm gonna kick him from the tournament, okay? And then I say, okay.
What a loser. Oh my god. What a simp. I know. Yeah, who cares? Exactly. This is so embarrassing, man. So is it muted or not? Well, she's saying it. Yeah, she's saying it right here. And the problem is, she didn't realize that she's wrong despite the ratio. She's saying it's misogyny.
I am ready to put on a show.
I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. The thing is that at the end of the day, whenever somebody does this will follow them for forever, right? So does it matter whether she thinks she's in the right or not? No, not really. What matters is that there's accountability for it. And I think very clearly there is accountability. That's what you get. You shouldn't have done it. Final thoughts. Okay, bullying a kid. Oh, here we go. Oh, is this where she calls him a loser?
Oh, it's not allowed. That's why Kingsman was booted out, not Zaga.
What?
Choosing not to swap from one character isn't gonna break any rules. But if you berate someone for an hour, that breaks the rule. It's not allowed. That's why
So you can throw the tournament, that's okay, but it's not okay if somebody doesn't like you throwing the tournament. That sounds like a really great plan. What a great system.
booted out.
That's super smart.
Anyone else?
Makes perfect sense.
I did read out the chat, so I'm looking to my I shouldn't have read out that chat because it was just rude. That's very hypocritical of me because you're just
Did you type that in Discord or somebody else? Did you read the chat when you typed it in Discord?
You obviously didn't. Like, I mean, I don't know why. Like, how are you this allergic to accountability? This is so pathetic, isn't it? What a lying bitch.
You say that about Kingsman and then say that about me. But I will double down and say replace the term loser with being disrespectful, with asshole or rude. And that's my point.
How is he the asshole and how is he rude whenever you're the one that's throwing the tournament? And then you have your stupid little friend that's laughing at him for needing the money for college.
Don't think Kingsman's a loser. I think he's a good player who just wants to win. I feel that because Kingsman was being a loser. You just criticize and be more.
So originally it was the chat that said this, but actually he is a loser. Well, he's not a loser when he was being a loser. And then this is after she typed it again in Discord. And again, I don't think it's a problem with calling him a loser. You have team issues, etc. But the problem is her basically like being okay with this guy being kicked out of the team while she's shitting on him as well. That's the issue.
I'm ready to put on a show!
Being a victim to it is embarrassing them.
Polarized my team for an hour. Repeatedly ignoring mentions to stop. Like, that's loser behavior. You're being a loser.
Armed and dangerous!
I'm gonna say it again. If you make someone sad for an hour...
Making someone, so you're making her sad? Like, oh my god, what are you trying to play on some kind of sympathy? Oh, feel sorry for me, I'm this innocent little girl. They're making me sad because they're telling me not to play a character in Marvel Rivals? What are you, fucking retarded? Can you believe people talk like this?
Despite people telling me to stop just being and none of you guys in the chat could even, you guys were just trying to justify. There's no justification for being an asshole. That's just what that was.
Yeah, I know. That's why everybody's mad at you.
So it wasn't a personal attack on Kingsman. If Kingsman wanted to pass and go to the goal.
It wasn't a personal attack on Kingsman. Really, so saying that he stays inside all day and he's a loser and he doesn't have any social skills, that's not a personal attack. Wow. Isn't it crazy how guys can just lie and make up bullshit? I love the fact that we I love the fact that we can hold people like this accountable. I do. I love it. I enjoyed it. This is why I wake up. It is. I love this so much. I could do this for my entire life.
I would have argued, I was like, no, that's not a personal attack. That's just facts. That's what he was. He was being a loser because he wouldn't let the competition.
Yes, somebody in chat said it. Total Karen.
Only 60 seconds left.
As team captain, I do have a responsibility to cater to all the needs of my team, which is why I'm taking responsibility for the fact that I could have handled it later. I didn't practice trap at him. I shouldn't have told him to shut up. I shouldn't have told him to shut up. I want Kingsman to voice his concerns and things with the team, but once it got to a destructive point...
Once basically you decided that you were going to throw the game, you didn't want him to argue against you, and so then you decided to pretend to be a victim. So you're okay for disagreeing with you, but whenever you tell them they don't want to disagree with you anymore, now they have to stop disagreeing.
I should have just told him, you know what, like, for this game, let's just saw that, just try it out. If it doesn't really work, then we can, and you're really adamant about it, let's just let it, like, we can try back and forth, another player. Tonight, my communication was bad because of it. And then also, in hindsight, maybe a warning would have been better and not a full kick. But at the end of the day, that's Basim's decision, because it's his tourney. He invited
He asked you and you approved it. You're trying to pass the buck on to him. Yeah, he's a pathetic simp and he shouldn't have done it. But you're the one that really caused the problem.
Don't give them another hit.
Yeah, he's deflecting it off. Literally, like, bro, like, accountability is what it is. It's embarrassing. Oh my god.
He can eat his own. I also want to say, in Basim's defense, Basim has a list of so many...
They clipped him out of context to get him kicked? Yeah. And then her like stupid boyfriend went out and made a bunch of Twitter comments to try to like prove that he's toxic to get him kicked out of the tournament.
Creators ready to sub in. So saying, oh, it's kind of weird how Moxie was able to sub in within 5 minutes. No, he was just ready. He just has it.
Wow, what a surprise! Somebody was able to play Marvel Rivals with you. That's crazy. I would have never guessed. You know, like, I mean, something like that takes like what, 3 to 5 business days to be prepared for? No, this is incredible. Wow. Look at the preparation here.